Hey everyone, welcome back to another video here on the channel. Today behind me I have another newly refreshed 2025 Hyundai Tucson, this time in the Hybrid Limited trim and powertrain. Now, of course, as we know, for the refresh, the Tucson got updated styling both on the exterior and interior, updated technology, a few new features which will be found on this limited one behind me, as well as some updated packaging and stuff like that. Now, if you want to know everything that did change, make sure to check out the dedicated changes video where I go trim by trim, tell you exactly what did change, as well as that updated pricing information. Now, when it comes to the Limited as seen behind me, this is arguably one that received the most change with the new floating center console, the new standard heads-up display with fingerprint recognition, and of course, a lot of the other technologies that Hyundai has been debuting over their all-new and/or refresh models. Now, finally, when it comes to pricing, it did increase across the gasoline as well as the hybrid trim levels. This one seen behind me went up just over $1,000 compared to an equivalent 2024. But like I said, you are getting that updated technology with a couple new features that were not found previously. So this one actually seen behind me is the cheapest one you can get without any additional accessories or extra cost paint color. And this one comes in just over $42,000, including destination. So without further ado, let's not waste your time and get right into it. So the Tucson Hybrid in front of us is finished in the Titan Gray exterior with the gray on gray leather interior. This is one of 3 different interior color combinations you can get depending on the exterior that you do choose. You can get black, gray on gray, or gray on green, which I personally have not seen in person yet. But if you want to know exactly what the black interior looks like here on this specific vehicle, make sure to check out the gasoline Tucson Limited video I did in the Rockwood green with the black leather on the inside. Now, anyways, when it comes to the updated styling, as you can see, a lot of that does pertain to the front end as well as the all-new wheel designs across the lineup. So the Tucson now gets an updated front fascia that closely resembles the Santa Cruz with a little bit more aggressive styling, a little bit more sharper edges all around, but still does retain a lot of the same feature set with full LED lighting, LED daytime running lights, turn signals, and of course the LED projector headlights in the separate housing down below. Now you can see front, rear, and side parking sensors on the Limited with the nice silver accent trim at the bottom as well as in this upper section. And then the Limited will of course get the darkened chrome accent grille, which it did get for the 2024 and previous model years, this time with the black Hyundai logo, which is the new updated design. Contrasts fairly nicely against the darkened chrome, but is an interesting design choice to go with black here on this vehicle. And then you can see the camera for the 360 surround view camera system as standard as well. Now, coming around the side of the Limited, you get the standard matte black plastic trim for the body cladding. If you want paint match, that is going to be available in the Tucson Hybrid, but only on the N-line trim where you get a select few colors to choose from, but this will all be body color trim, which to me makes it look a little bit more premium, a little bit more sporty, and is honestly the exterior appearance that I would choose on the Tucson in general. Now, when it comes to the wheel and tire setup, like I said, all of the wheel designs are going to be new for the 2025 model year. It's still going to be the same 19-inch alloy wheel design with a machine and dark gray gunmetal insert. Actually matches the Titan Gray exterior very, very well, and I really do like the Limited wheel design. Still going to be wrapped in a 235/55 19-inch Michelin Primacy all-season tire, so a nice high-quality all-season. Coming up to the mirror caps, body color, LED turn signal integration, you get the nice silver accent trim on the Convenience as well as the Limited, and then the cameras for the 360 surround view monitor system on the bottom. Mirrors are going to be heated, of course, blind spot detection as standard, and then coming to the body color door handles, this is going to be the new updated design with Hyundai Digital Key 2.0 Premium, which works with iOS as well as Android devices. You can simply walk up to the door handle or the vehicle itself, pull on it, and it will automatically recognize your smartphone or digital key on you as long as you have the applicable phone to use it. And there you can see the panoramic sunroof with the gloss black roof rails up top, which blend in and contrast very nicely to the roof. And then you can see the nice silver accent trim around the top of the windows there. And finally, coming to the back of the Hyundai Tucson, the lighting setup will be pretty much identical to that of a 2024 Limited with your LED running lights and brake lights up top and the incandescent turn signals and reverse lights found at the bottom of the rear bumper. Slightly updated rear bumper design with the same silver accent trim as that of the front. Of course, rear parking sensors along with the side, as I mentioned. Newly updated stainless steel silver Tucson badging on the liftgate. rear backup camera, as well as the H-Track and hybrid badge on the passenger side, because as we know, the hybrid does come standard with the all-wheel drive system from Hyundai. And you also will find an updated Hyundai logo integrated behind the glass versus that of the previous models, which had a plastic insert, which kind of stuck out a little bit. This looks much nicer integrated into the actual glass assembly itself. And Hyundai says the rear window wiper sweep is just a little bit larger than that of a 2024 or previous model, likely due to that plastic insert that is no longer there. So that is pretty much going to be a look on the exterior of the Limited. You can see coming around here in the sunlight, this Titan gray looks absolutely phenomenal. It's not a new color to the lineup. I believe this actually might be a hybrid exclusive color now for the 2025s, because this vehicle is still produced overseas, but is certainly one of the better grays in my opinion within the Tucson's lineup. But let's go and take a look at the window sticker really quick before jumping onto the interior. So take a look at the window sticker. The Limited comes fully loaded with everything that the Tucson has to offer, including those additional features for 2025. So you have the leather interior seats with memory seats, the ventilated and heated front seats with heated rear, ambient interior lighting, dual zone automatic climate control, remote smart park assist, rain sense wipers, etc. The list really does go on. Of course, you get Blue Link Plus, which is free for the lifetime of the first owner. And as I mentioned, this one does not have any additional accessories or extra cost features on it, which brings the total price, including destination, to $42,340, or the cheapest Limited hybrid you can purchase. So take a look on the interior. As I mentioned, this is the gray on gray interior color combination available, but there is going to be a gray on green as well as a black interior here on the Limited specifically. Now, starting out here on the door panel, this is going to be the exact same updated door panel design as the gasoline Limited I featured on the channel a couple weeks ago. So you do have soft touch materials up top, the accent stitching that runs into the newly updated memory seat controls, cloth insert on the back in the lighter gray along with this plastic right here, and then your leather wrapped genuine stitch padded armrest, which is all soft touch throughout this, and then your gloss black plastic around the window and mirror controls, which are also updated for 2025. Feel a little bit more premium in the hand and a little bit more squared off. Silver accent door handle pull, good amount of lower door storage with your ambient color changing LED lighting in there. Bose premium audio system, and then as I mentioned, the two-person memory seats, which now control the heads-up display, the exterior mirrors, as well as the seat itself. You have a nice door sill plate in the aluminum trim that says Tucson for this trim level, and then your power driver's seat with two-way power lumbar, finished in the lighter gray leather, perforated of course with the same color stitching as the seat itself. Still retained the silver accent trim at the very top portion, and there is going to be the biggest updates on the interior, the dashboard along with the center console. So here in the interior of the Tucson Limited Hybrid, you're going to find the overall same design language as that of every other 2025 Tucson and updated Santa Cruz, but this one has all of the features and options available, including the new floating center console. Now, starting in front of the driver, you're going to find a fully digital and partially configurable gauge cluster that is controlled here on the left side of the steering wheel. Now, this one being a hybrid does have a few specific UI or software changes to the hybrid, including your tachometer over here with a charge, eco, and power monitor, and of course your battery status or battery level at the very bottom of that gauge. Now, in the center, you have your trip information, MPG, speed limit on your current road, ambient exterior temperature, your current gear selection, whether or not the vehicle is currently in EV or internal combustion mode at the bottom, engine temperature, tire pressure, all-wheel drive power distribution, idle mode, which will tell you where the energy is flowing from the battery pack, the engine, etc. And then finally, cycling it back one more time brings you back to trip information. Now, pressing the button will give you your built-in navigation up here, and then finally do have driver assistance and what the vehicle is doing as far as that goes. And then finally, you can return to the main kind of home screen. To the left of the cluster, you have the newly standard unlimited fingerprint recognition. This essentially allows you to sign into some of your Hyundai driver profiles and use many of the features, including like operating and starting the vehicle with only your fingerprint, and likely your Hyundai digital key as well, which is a very cool feature and something you don't typically see on most other vehicles out there. Now, here on top of the steering column, you have your facial attention monitor, which monitors your face and your eyes and makes sure you're paying attention while using some of the driver assistance or safety technologies. And then coming back to the steering wheel, you have your dark gray leather wrapped steering wheel that has a two-stage heated function on the center console. It is the new 3-spoke design with silver accent trim, 4 dots in the middle. Same steering wheel found on the updated Kona, the Sonata, and a couple of the other newer Hyundai vehicles as well. On the left side, you have your smart cruise control distance, lane follow assist. The smart cruise control 2 as well as highway drive assist are found on this vehicle. And then coming over here, you have your audio, multimedia, all the usual stuff on the right side. And then paddle shifters on the back for the regen level, which is very cool that you can adjust the available regen between different levels on this vehicle, much like that of traditional regular EVs. Automatic headlights with auto high beam assist. This vehicle does have automatic rain sense wipers. And then coming down to the column, you have your column mounted gear shift selection, which frees up the shifter here from the center console, which gives you that newly updated design. And this is the same layout found in a lot of other Hyundai vehicles with the shift by wire gear selection. To the left of the steering wheel, we have your gauge dimming, electronic parking brake, rear trunk or power tailgate, traction control off, as well as a 12-volt battery reset, which most, if not all, Hyundai hybrids currently have, which essentially will cut off the 12-volt battery if it detects excess drain, and this will essentially reset that, reconnect the 12-volt, and allow you to start the vehicle, hopefully not coming out to a 12-volt battery that is dead pretty much ever in your ownership. Pretty cool feature by Hyundai. AC vents are located a little bit lower in the dashboard versus that of the 2024 and previous model years, just due to the new screen layout. And there you can see the nice cloth trim that also carries from the door panel. Then out in front of the driver, you have the newly standard heads-up display on the Limited, which is color and design. You can configure certain aspects. You can see your speed limit. Some of the safety systems are up there right now. And this is, one of those features in the compact SUV class that you're certainly not finding on every vehicle out. Coming to the infotainment system, this is the 12.3-inch CCNC navigation system, so it does have built-in navigation with wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. Hallelujah, great feature. Has Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs as well, and does have the BlueLink Plus, which is free for the lifetime of the first owner for this vehicle, and with all the Hyundai app integration, the vehicle tracking, send to vehicle POI. Really does have a lot of nice features, which is cool to see that is included with it. And there you can see all of the updated UI and vehicle functions that I do have another video here on the channel going over that in a little bit more detail. AC vents located below the screen. We have your newly hard touch buttons for volume and tune. You guys have probably seen a lot of this information by now, so I'm not going to spend too much time on that. Does feature dual zone automatic climate control, heated and ventilated front seats with the 2-stage heated steering wheel, as I mentioned, via that button. This does have the driver only climate control mode. So if you press this, it will only focus on the HVAC for the driver's side, which again is found in most, if not all, Hyundai hybrid vehicles currently. A little bit more efficient. It doesn't have to cool the entire cabin, only focuses on the vents facing the driver's side. And like I said, that is done for efficiency reasons. USB-C charging and data ports down below with a 12-volt outlet. You can see the ambient LED lighting poking through just under there. And there you have a lot of nice storage real estate below the actual center console in this area. This is found on every single hybrid Tucson, but only the gasoline-powered internal combustion Tucson. So if you like this overall center console layout, every single Tucson hybrid will have it, and only the Limited in the gas trim will have it. So a little bit unfortunate. I really like this layout, but that might be a reason why you might want to get a base hybrid for this overall interior feature. Coming back here, we have your center differential lock, which will send power 50-50 front and rear. Drive mode selection, this vehicle does have Eco Sport, My Drive, Snow, and we will touch on the My Drive very quickly because it has the new baby mode. So if you come over here to settings, as you can see, I have it programmed to be on baby mode because this will kind of dull or slow down the overall acceleration and responsiveness of the powertrain, hopefully not to wake any sleeping, child or children in the back seat. So that is a new feature for 2025. And you also, under Eco Vehicle, have a Green Zone EV Drive, which maximizes the available driving under battery only or electric only power for areas mainly outside of the United States, over in Europe, but other vehicle areas as well, where you can only drive electric vehicles due to sound, pollution, anything like that. Very cool feature that both of these are going to be found on 2025 models. Automatic vehicle hold, this is a blank in the middle. Hill descent control, here's your 360 camera button, as well as your parking sensors on and off. This vehicle does have remote smart park assist, and there you can see the new augmented reality display. Allows you to swipe around the exterior of the vehicle with the high resolution cameras. Wireless charging pad and Hyundai digital keypad here in the center console area. Has the status indicator right here. Two decently sized cup holders with the new egg Hyundai logo key fob. Not really a fan of it, but there you can see the parking buttons on the side of it. Remote start built in. Nice leather wrapped padded armrest. Good amount of overall storage space inside. And then coming up top, we have our light gray headliner. LED vanity illumination, which is not found in the Santa Cruz for some reason, so nicer lighting here in the Tucson. There's the mirror, auto dimming interior rearview mirror with garage home link, overhead LED lighting, blue link SOS, passenger airbag, status indicator, as well as your panoramic sunroof and shade controls. And there you can see the nice large panoramic sunroof. Very nice feature of the Tucson, and overall I really do enjoy it. So that's a quick look here at the front seat. Let's go ahead and take a look out back. So take a look at the back seat. Most of the materials will follow through from the front for the door panel, except the upper portion is going to be hard touch, but all of this is the same soft touch cloth and padded armrest. You do have 3-stage heated rear seats, which is up from the 2-stage found in the 2024 model, so good to see that. Seating surfaces are going to be the same as the front as well, with the lighter gray leather material, and you can recline each of the sides with these levers on both the left and right hand side. And then step-in height is going to be very easy given the door opening as well as the ride height. And there's going to be a look at the front dashboard layout. Coming out back, we have AC vents, 2 USB-C charging ports. There's the nets on both the front 2 seats, and then the center armrest, including the 60/40 split folding design for the seat backs. All the usual features we would expect in this vehicle for the price point and stuff. And you will notice that you don't have the ultrasonic rear occupant alert here in the headliner anymore, because that is a new radar-based system. I'm not exactly sure where the sensor is located on the interior. It still has that feature. It's a newly updated design, but it's no longer found in the actual headliner. And there you can see the LED lighting on the sides of the panoramic sunroof. And overall comfort in the backseat of the Tucson is very, very good. No complaints, tons of legroom, tons of space, 3-stage heated seats, very nice. And nice to see you can actually recline the seats way far back as usual, but that's also a carryover feature. So overall, no real complaints here in the backseat of the Hyundai Tucson. Now taking a look at the cargo capacity and trunk area, you do have the power liftgate with programmable height if you choose to use that feature. And then coming back to behind the second row seats, you can see this is a very large amount of cargo capacity for the compact SUV class. Fold down the seat backs on both the left and right hand side via these levers. You have the subwoofer for the Bose audio on the right side. 12-volt outlet here on the left, LED cargo light on every single Tucson. Great to see that. And then you do have underfloor storage. And you might be wondering, you do not have a compact spare tire on any Tucson Hybrid, likely due to the fact that it's a little bit of weight savings, because as you can see, this is a removable tray. And then taking a look underneath the floor here, you have most of the provisions for the temporary spare tire if you choose or want to add one of these in the future. The only items you have in the trunk area is, it looks like some sort of maybe amplifier or module to control whatever that does control. There's some of the hybrid electronics or airbag stuff in the back seat. But if I had to guess, you might be able to add a temporary spare tire in the cargo area, as long as that does not interfere with the overall diameter and space. So, if you've been wondering about that, whether or not you can add a spare tire, it likely is possible, and we might have to test that here in the future. So finally, wrapping up here on the passenger front seat, you do still have a power adjustable front seat with height adjustment. No power lumbar, unfortunately. And there's a look at the new center console layout, as well as the dashboard with the shelf design, AC vent. There's the damped glove box. It does have LED illumination inside. There's the owner's manual and all the usual literature in there. But yeah, that's a look here at the Hybrid Limited interior. Let's go ahead and pop the hood, see what powers this particular vehicle, and then go ahead and wrap up this video. Now, under the hood of every Tucson Hybrid, you're going to find the same 1.6-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder paired to a small electric motor and, of course, a battery pack, all going through a 6-speed automatic transmission and all-wheel drive. Now for 2025, Hyundai has updated the electric motor output to eke out just a little bit more horsepower and a little bit more pound-feet of torque versus that of the last several model years of the Tucson Hybrid. So expect just a small bump in horsepower and torque versus that of the 2024s. And in terms of MPG, this vehicle, as seen here, gets 35 in the city, 35 out on the highway, and 35 in combined, which is quite excellent given the 19-inch alloy wheels, the physical size SUV that this vehicle is. So that's going to do it here for this walk around tour of the 2025 Hyundai Tucson Hybrid in its most fully loaded limited trim level. Now, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below, subscribe if you haven't already. Check out additional videos I have here on the 2025 model year Tucson, and make sure you guys stay tuned for additional hybrid content coming, including a look at that baby mode, my driving impressions, and everything like that, because I really do plan to take this vehicle out for a spin and test it a little bit further, just to see, overall what my thoughts are on this hybrid. But I think this is definitely a Tucson to consider within the lineup, given the increase in horsepower and torque, along with that efficiency over that of the normally aspirated 2.5 liter four cylinder, which can be a little bit sluggish depending on what you're used to. But anyways, I like the updates that they made for the styling and the feature set for the Limited. I like the heads-up display, the fingerprint recognition, all of the small physical hard touch buttons, the new larger screens, everything like that. I think it makes the Limited in specific stand out, or like I mentioned, the hybrid blue or SL trims, because those also get the floating center console and many of the interior updates that the normal versions of the Tucson necessarily don't get because of the shifter location. Let me know what you guys think in terms of the value proposition of the Hybrid Limited that I'm currently sitting in, starting it just over the $42,000 price point, including destination all-wheel drive. I think for 35 mpg, can't really ask for more, and then you throw in all the features, and I think it is a clear winner within Hyundai's lineup, compared to the gasoline internal combustion models. But anyways, that's for you to decide down in the comment section below. So let me know your thoughts and opinions. As always, I appreciate continued support. If you guys want to support the channel even further, consider becoming a channel member for early access to most of the videos I post, as well as the Amazon affiliate link in the description of every single video, which is no additional cost to you. I just get a very small referral bonus if you are purchasing items through that link. But anyways, I just appreciate you guys watching these videos and hope to see you guys in the next one.